Can you see it?
On that one as they keep the drive rolling.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Jackson going to tuck it down on the option. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down. Jackson from the shotgun. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, first down.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. This time, Jackson will throw it. Buying time to his left. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and all of a sudden here, it's third down. Now this time he'll look to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And the Ravens are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I'm going to come back to you.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
From the gun, Jackson escaping the pressure. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though. And they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down.
A gain of 18 yards, but it brings up third down.
180! Mike, 58, right there.
No score after one on EA Sports. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third.
All day, every day. Anything.
To throw, Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Hey, Fed, let's go. 180! Point it right, point it right, point it right.
58's the mic, 58. 58's the mic.
Hurry!
Get the ball, D, get the ball.
King! Stop!
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he's into the clear. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt 67 yards as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates, they're looking at you, and let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to it. That's not how football works. But he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
He'll try and run it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Off the play fake, here's Jackson, rolling to his left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
Finish it up! Switch gears.
13.
Now Dobbins. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Alert.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Run.
Trip is here.
Third and short yardage, Mayfield. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
Keep playing hard.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Set. 20.
Mike's 40.
One touch.
And now Mayfield on the bootleg. And finding the tight end Hooper. And all of a sudden, they're knocking on the door inside Baltimore's 10. A big play that time for Cleveland. And even 50 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run with Chubb. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield. On second and goal, Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Baker Mayfield with a touchdown pass to Austin Hooper. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment and you have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. Throwing left side, it's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First and 10 at the 25-yard
line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Operating from the gun. Jackson, he's going to go up top for the end zone. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Who wants some? They'll take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll look to throw right away. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll come up now, second and 4 from the 31. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Right there. Bandit. 58, boys, 58. 58 is Mike.
Let him know.
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. But pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic. We ain't giving up nothing today.
On 1st and 10, it's Downs. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup at 6.
Jackson now. Steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Browns take over.
Come on, fellas.
The Browns
We
take
got
over
this.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started, and their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, 75 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
That is janky. That's a fumble.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. Flushed out right, and now he's going to use his legs. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. From the gun, Jackson caught by Snead over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 23 yards, the final tally. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we see both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
Eluding the pressure right. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
21, Ravens 14. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Put one up right here. You think I can score in 13 seconds?
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Who, you?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
You can't block me.
From the gun, Mayfield.
Get in the way.
And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. A run for Nick Chubb. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. A gain of 3, second down.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Here we go.
Regular. Right back.
Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, alert 48. Alert. Hey, we're going to mic the 48 right now. Let's go.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me something.
Hey, alert, alert. Alert, alert.
Here we go. Mike 48. Mike 48. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. 48. 48's the mic.
Throwing, Mayfield, and that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First, on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Get on. Ready. Finish it up. Ready. Finish it up.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
All day.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They run it again with Chubb. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now Mayfield. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Calais Campbell in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Being chased out left. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a 4 so. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Throwing now is Jackson.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven first. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic.
Jackson to throw. Flush to his right.
Throw right side taken in by the tight end Bryant.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Now Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
Well, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Boy, a potential game changer there here in the fourth quarter to kick that out of bounds, and now they get great field position at the 40 in a tie ball game. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Check, 48's the mic. Check.
Alert, 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 alert. Okay.
Now Mayfield gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
Alert, alert, alert.
Mayfield to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Check 24, check 24.
Go ahead.
Check.
Here's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It's 2nd down and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And what an effort on the final play of regulation. All zeros on the clock, and we are headed to OT. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
They're ready to go.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
Go for the overtime, nigga. If you ain't putting up 5 niggas.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for... Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.
ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe. One to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that want to keep you where you've been before. But I can't go, no I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change name, how about your respect? Give them more than what I get, expecting up the back. In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant and said, I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Okay, look, sometimes you need the faith. Sometimes you need to know your worth. Sometimes you need to wait. Shoot like the golden boy, but they from the bay. You can't negotiate with Drake. You gon' have to pay. But wait, jugging on the main stage with the mainframe. Loosen up your face, baby. Sometimes I need a vacate, meditate, hydrate, protect my energy before engagement.
Grew up having nothing, you're labeled impatient. But once the boss made it, you're labeled amazing. Meticulous with words, such a force of nature. I don't wanna seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I wanna see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that, it's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where your permit. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe. Oh, men gon' lie, women gon' lie. You looking for the truth and the numbers don't hide. Looking for the root of all evil.